Now, if that leaves you inspired to maybe do some painting around your house, perhaps hold off until after the weekend.
Unless you're doing your painting indoors,
then you're in the clear.
Then you're in the clear,
Okay.
But we do have some rain coming in for this weekend, some heavy rain, especially for the mid-coast and down east areas. And today really felt like a precursor to that rain. It was dreary, low clouds in the sky out there. We did have some peaks of sunshine throughout the state, but overall the pretty low clouds were a bit of a damper on the day. I know when I came in earlier here in Portland, it was drizzling and it was kind of foggy out, and that kind of weather is going to continue and be a real precursor for what we have coming this weekend, which is some pretty heavy rain. So we're going to start with showing this pattern here. We have this cold front that we've been talking about that's going to march through our area coming through this weekend, which is going to interact with the remnants of Philippe, which is going to cause some areas of localized flooding, especially in the mid-coast to down east areas, and overall just kind of give us a wet and windy weekend coming up. And then after this system moves through, we're going to get a shift in wind direction, which allows some cooler air to come in. So I'm going to jump right into the hour by hour. So we're going to start early tomorrow morning with a couple of showers and a really thick deck of clouds, and then we're going to have the rain begin to move in as we get into the afternoon. We'll start the showers before noon coming in. You can see the cold front a little bit moving through there, and then we're going to have the heaviest rain bands move through the mid-coast and down east areas, which could potentially give us some areas of flooding. Most of this rain is going to come through pretty quickly, so it's going to be a lot of rain in a short period of time, but the system is a fast mover, and by the time we get to early Sunday, could even see some sunshine in western Maine and right along the coast. So the good news is that it'll give us plenty of time for cleanup coming up, and then later into Sunday, plenty of clear skies. So the exact bands of highest rain looking to be in the mid-coast to down east areas. Greatest totals between 2 and 4 inches. Some places could see a little bit more, so this could cause an elevated risk of some flash flooding. So that's just something to be cautious about, especially as we go Saturday overnight into Sunday morning. And in western Maine, seeing a little bit less in terms of rainfall, so there's a little bit less of a concern there. Another concern with this system is higher wind gusts as well. Looking at wind gusts topping out around 40 miles per hour, which could cause some isolated power outages, again, in the mid-coast to down east areas. So the National Weather Service has issued a flood watch through all of eastern Maine for this system coming over the weekend, as well as a wind advisory for Hancock and Washington counties until Sunday morning. And for the coastline, we have a high surf advisory, and that's in effect for rip currents and higher surf and waves as well. So to make this easier, I summarized this into some headlines for this weekend. So western Maine, we're going to see flooding, particularly in flood-prone areas, and windy as well, could bring down some branches. Mid-coast to down east, some flooding, isolated flooding, excuse me, higher wind gusts, which could cause scattered power outages more so in eastern Maine than western Maine. And along the coastline, high surf and rip currents are something that I want to talk about here. So currently, though, for the marine forecast for tomorrow morning, 4 to 6 feet, which the surf will increase over the next few days, and there is a gale watch until Sunday morning. So that's really the main story for this 7-day forecast, Brian, is the rain that we have over the weekend. It's a quick moving system, but we'll dump a lot of rain.
We're getting used to this pattern, the quick moving storm, and then we can enjoy the other side of it.
Exactly.
Right, Dana, thank you. Well, certainly never a bad day at the Freiburg Fair. Check this out. Wayne took a video on the Ferris wheel there, and talk about a great view. Remember, you can share your great Maine adventures with us and all our friends anytime in the Near Me section of the News Center Maine app.